here's what you need to know about your city. This month we'll bring you coverage from Water Safety Day, the District 17 delegation pays a visit, and we go one-on-one with Councilmember John Britton. All that and more on this edition of Rockville's 11. Rockville recently gained national attention for sustainable upgrades made to its water treatment facility. We were there to cover it for our number 11 story. The city was recognized for making sustainable upgrades to the 51-year-old Rockville water treatment plant. Upgrades that Secretary of Maryland Department of the Environment Bob Summers says goes a long way.
Well, we're here to give an award to the City of Rockville for the great work that they did in upgrading their water treatment plant to conserve energy, save money, create green jobs, and basically improve this facility for future citizens of Rockville to enjoy clean, safe drinking water.
The treatment plant improvements were financed in part by EPA Recovery Act funds. Of the $26.83 million given to the Maryland Department of the Environment to fund drinking water projects, $1.7 million was awarded to Rockville, while the city funded the remaining $2 million to complete the project. Improvements to the Rockville water treatment plant included installing motion sensors to control power usage, restoring service pumps, retrofitting the entire air conditioning system, and enhancing the plant's capacity to dewater solids by 40%. Because of the improvements to the water system, the EPA places Rockville at the top of the list as one of the greenest cities in the state.
Rockville's up there. There's a lot of innovative towns throughout the region and even throughout the state of Maryland, but Rockville certainly rivals any of those out there.
Oh, this is delightful. I'll tell you, every time the city is recognized for being out in front, especially on environmental issues, you've got to feel proud.
Well, it's a wonderful day for Rockville, and I think it just goes to prove the fact that we really do take our responsibility to our citizens very seriously.
The upgrades will place the city on the right track for years to come.
That we're dedicated to making our infrastructure, bringing it up to date, and making sure it's reliable and sustainable, I guess is the big word, making sure that it's ready to meet the challenges not just today but well into the future, and that's a bit of what was going on right here today with this award.
Continuing in our trend about water, we had the chance to attend a recent Water Safety Day. It was a joint effort by the City of Rockville, City of Gaithersburg, and Montgomery County. And this is coming in as our number 10 story. Reach, throw, don't go was one example of a life-saving technique taught at Water Safety Day. Aquatic Supervisor Debbie Beaucamp hosted the event at Rockville Swim and Fitness Center.
It's very exciting. We're getting a lot of new people using the facility, it seems, that haven't been here in the past, and we're welcoming them all, but hoping that maybe they want to swing by and come learn some information today so that they can have a safe, fun summer here with us.
Well, especially now, my son is in kindergarten, and this is the first time that he's really going to be out and about this summer with friends and activities, so I want to make sure he really understands how to be safe.
Other safety stations around the pool included swim level testing and proper life jacket fitting.
Basically what we're doing here at this table is we're trying to do different sizes and everything like that. We're fitting kids, and we're showing them all their different devices we have. Like, I'll show you real quick. Here we have an infant size for basically children 0 to 30 pounds. And as you can see, it says infant, and what it has here is has a neck support so that when in the water that it keeps the child that small, its head above water.
And people think that a life jacket equals no parents needed and no supervision, and that's really a scary myth that a lot of people have.
The American Red Cross has some tips for staying safe at the pool. Swim with a buddy in a supervised area. Be cool, follow the rule. Look before you leap. Don't just pack it, wear your jacket. For more information about the Rockville Swim and Fitness Center, go online to rockvillemd.gov/swimcenter. Rockville's Police Department was honored yet again at the annual Public Safety Awards for our number 9 story. Recently, local Rockville law enforcement officers were honored for their bravery and selflessness at the 22nd annual Rockville Public Safety Awards. Each year, these awards recognize local public safety agencies for outstanding service to Rockville and its neighboring communities. The awards highlight the brave men and women who, through their continued sacrifice, serve Rockville and help make it a safer place for its citizens. The event was emceed by Washington Post writer John Kelly. Mayor Marcuccio gave her appreciation to the officers. Out of the 31 professionals and volunteers honored, 14 of them were from the Rockville Police Department. Here are the award recipients for the Distinguished Service Citation. To learn more about the Rockville City Police, visit rockvillemd.gov/police. The Lincoln Park Community Center recently hosted an event to raise awareness about cyberbullying. We were there for our number 8 story. Lincoln Park Community Center Supervisor Yvette Yaboa takes bullying seriously.
Y'all ever gotten like an email from someone that was like trying to be mad or hot, like a hothead on the internet?
That's why she decided to host a night of awareness spotlighting bullying and cyberbullying.
Basically, we teamed up with the State's Attorney's Office to offer this event tonight for anyone in the area to come and find out more information about what they can do, what is bullying, what is cyberbullying, and what they can do to receive help if they're ever in this situation. 2
simultaneous presentations by the State's Attorney's Office were geared toward parents and kids and focused on how to recognize and prevent cyberbullying.
Yeah, it's a good idea to teach other people about bullying and about the internet, not to give away your identity.
If it happens at school, if it happens out of school, if it happens in the middle, like what do we do? A lot of those questions come up. And so we just wanted to make parents and kids aware, but at the same time offer some type of hope.
The District 17 delegation recently paid a visit to Rockville at a mayor and council meeting. We had the chance to catch up with Delegates Simmons, Barve, and Gilchrist, along with Senator Jenny Forehand for our number 7 story.
Well, we're here to tell the mayor and council and all the citizens listening at home about our legislative session that ended a few weeks ago. We had a lot of successes, and we're really so proud of the district we represent. We have Rockville and Gaithersburg and Garrett Park, and I've been a longtime resident of Rockville and used to chair a commission here in the city, and so it's really wonderful to have the opportunity to bring the needs and wishes of Rockville and other cities to Annapolis.
We were able to cut spending in a lot of categories and to do it without really hurting municipal governments, and so we're very happy about that. It helps to have a House Speaker who represents Annapolis, Maryland. So there are always people in the high reaches of government, not just me, but others who really care about municipal government, and it's our hope that we can continue on the progress that we made to get more transportation money to municipal governments like Rockville and Gaithersburg and others throughout Maryland.
I think the state is doing fair. I mean, we've kicked the can down the road on economic issues for many years, did very, very little to solve our structural deficit, underfunded our pensions. I am a bit of a contrarian, not by design or not by choice, but really by circumstance. I don't think that we've been speaking out against what I think have been poorly developed policies. We need to fund our pensions, which we haven't done in the past. We need to close the structural deficit. We need to stop, frankly, spending money we don't have.
We had a productive session this year. We worked on a number of issues. Of course, the budget was a large issue for the state, the county, the City of Rockville. We made it through another year, but we have large problems ahead of us. But we did solve about 40% of the known problems. So we made some progress, but we know that there's still a lot to do.
July is Rec and Parks Month in the City of Rockville. Whether you're looking to shed a few pounds or just stay fit, the city's Rec and Parks Department offers many classes and activities for you to do just that. We had the chance to attend a recent Slimnastics class to learn more, and this is our number 6 story. The Slimnastics Class has been a fixture in Rockville since it was founded in 1969. Some of the members are 30-year veterans. Jean Durso attributes its popularity to its no-impact style of workout.
Well, I've been really enjoying this class. It's very easy on the muscles. I've never had any kind of strain with it. It's a nice workout.
We are strictly stretching. We use no equipment whatsoever, and we stretch from head to toe. We also talk a lot, but it takes us every bit of an hour to do this routine.
Attendees also enjoy the class's friendly atmosphere and the opportunity to meet new people.
Absolutely. It's nice because we find out new things about everything. It stretches our horizons as well as our body.
We have had all sorts of people in our classes over the years. We've had doctors, we've had race car drivers, curiously enough. We've had all sorts of people, and we love to have new people come because they always add something to the class.
Much of the group's motivation came from Slimnastics founder Virginia Moore.
and I was making all sorts of excuses for why I could not be in good shape. And I showed up at Virginia's class and was told that she had 5 children and was a grandmother and looked like $1 million. So I said to myself, well, no more excuses here. And I've been coming ever since.
This class was started back in 1969, I've heard. Many of the ladies have been taking this class for over 30 years, and they love the benefits, they love the fellowship, the friendship, and truly they all feel the results of what they've done with this class.
Well, that's one thing I can really testify to. It really keeps you very flexible and in shape, so I can get down on the floor with my grandkids and I can actually get off the floor with my grandkids.
The Slimnastics group meets every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 to 11 at Rockville Social Hall. To find out more about Slimnastics or to visit other recreation programs, visit rockvillemd.gov/recreation. Mixed use, multi-way boulevard, and Euclidean regulations. What does it all mean? We're going to go over some Pike Concepts for our number 5 story. What is a mixed-use development? A mixed-use development is a combination of 2 or more land uses in a single project. These projects typically promote pedestrian activity and the creation of urban areas. For example, Rockville Town Square has retail on the street level and either residential or offices in higher levels. What is a multi-way boulevard? A multi-way boulevard is a type of street design that allows a large volume of traffic to flow through while accommodating local traffic at the same time. This type of roadway can be found across the nation, and the current draft Pike Plan calls for this type of boulevard. What is Euclidean zoning? Euclidean zoning is actually named after Euclid, Ohio. In Euclid, the Supreme Court determined that local governments could have zoning districts based on land use. The code allows certain uses in defined zones as long as the uses meet fixed requirements such as lot size and maximum height. Form-based code. Form-based codes are different than Euclidean codes because they specify the types of design allowed, not the types of land uses allowed. The new draft Pike Plan is grounded in a form-based code. What are the benefits of adding more streets? An enhanced and integrated network of streets increases connectivity and movement and saves you the frustration of traffic congestion. The Rockville Pike Plan would create more streets that help drivers and pedestrians by providing convenient crossing opportunities. Who owns and operates the Pike? The City of Rockville owns and maintains the majority of streets within the Pike Plan study area. The Pike itself, in addition to 2 other streets in the area, Dodge Street and First Street, are owned by the state of Maryland. The state, therefore, has final say as to any reconfiguration of them. We will continue to cover the developments with the Rockville Pike Plan and be sure to catch all Planning Commission meetings on Rockville 11 as these concepts are discussed. Go online to learn more at rockvillemd.gov/Rockville'sPike. Rockville 11 just wrapped production on NCTV, where 16 campers learn about nature and how to produce their own television segments. And this is our number 4 story. Honeybees, watersheds, rain barrels, and a history hike were the segments that 16 campers produced as part of Nature Center Television. In its 4th year, the camp is a partnership with Rec and Parks and Rockville 11. The idea is to teach aspiring TV producers like 10-year-old George Casper about nature television.
I liked when we did the filming and when I got to pour the stuff on the rain barrel.
The week involved a day of TV 101 with the Rockville 11 crew.
I think that some of them took away an opportunity to learn about careers that they might be interested in the future and also have a chance to be in front of cameras, which is an unusual experience for them to have.
The goal of the camp is for campers to learn about nature and television. Alexa Bowen has a message for all future NCTV campers.
I think that they should come because it's really a lot of fun, and every day I learn something new about animals and about how they live in the wild.
For more information about NCTV, visit rockvillemd.gov/Croydon Creek. Where can you shred a half pipe while listening to shredding guitars? At the city's Rockin' the City concert series, of course. We had the chance to attend a recent concert at the skate park for our number 3 story.
Tonight we have the first
in our series of rock concerts at the skate park for the summer of 2011. We used to do kids shows in the summertime in the parks around Rockville, but now at the town center there are kids shows, so we decided to up the age of our audience and head toward young adults. And so we have a middle school band, a high school band, we have a college band and a post-college band, and they'll be performing for middle school age through I would say people in their 20s, although I'm quite pleasantly surprised there are a number of adults who are coming out. They seem to like the rock music. I'm crazy thrilled about the outcome today. We have people who are skateboarding while the band is playing. We have people who are riding their BMX bikes. It's a little bit of mayhem, but everybody's having a really good time. Everybody's very respectful of everybody else, and it's just a good time. It's important to the city to have events such as this. It gets people out of their houses, off of their video games. It gets neighbors meeting neighbors. There are some kids who are here who didn't even know that the kids that they were talking to lived by them. It's a party in the park. It's a gorgeous, hot summer night. I can't think of anything better to do than to be out here listening to great music and then going over to the swim center and cooling off.
It's a great venue for it. All the skaters are hyped, and it's a great night.
It's good music, it's good entertainment, so it's not that bad.
It's really fun skating here with music. It's something new and something everyone's really hyped on it. It's just a new experience. It's super fun.
Well, this is our regular segment, Mayor and Council One-on-One, and we're joined by Councilmember John Britton. John, thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Can you tell me where we are right now?
We are at the intersection of Baltimore and Stone Street behind me.
And we are here to talk about pedestrian safety.
That's correct.
And what can you tell us as far as kind of from a 10,000 feet perspective, how we're doing as a city pedestrian safety-wise?
Well, from a global perspective, before we start talking about what's behind us, I think Rockville does very well in focusing on pedestrian activities and bicycle access activities. We have a very robust sidewalk construction program, which is very important for pedestrian safety. We participate fully in the Safe Routes to School program, which includes building sidewalks, but other aspects as well, and that's in cooperation with the state. We have done a pretty comprehensive intersection survey. Again, very important component for pedestrian safety and bicycle access and safety. We adopted, I think 2 years ago, what's called Complete Streets. It's a holistic view of how you develop your streets and your properties to really give a look at pedestrian first activities. In other words, building something and viewing it from the point of view of pedestrian from the first analysis, and then figuring out how to get the cars through.
Wanted to know, John, if you could touch a little bit on the coordinated effort between the city, state, federal level when it comes to pedestrian safety. How important is that?
Well, it's very important because we have a number of county and state roads in our jurisdiction, and we absolutely need their cooperation in doing anything. If you want to change an intersection, if you want to change a traffic light, you have to get their approval and their permission. We're here again, as I mentioned, at the intersection of Baltimore and Stone Street, and I wanted to have Matt explain to us what we've done here at this intersection, which includes putting in a new crossing for pedestrians at this intersection for access to the metro, as well as using a whole new median to slow down traffic, put our street on a road diet, accommodate bikes, accommodate pedestrians, and allow for the efficient and safe flow of traffic. Matt, why don't we walk to what we call the pedestrian refuge area, and then we can explain more about this intersection. Sure. And while we're walking through, why don't you tell us about the crossing itself?
Sure. This crossing here is actually a stamped asphalt crosswalk. It's got a slight raise to it. So when cars are coming down the road here, it actually serves as a small speed bump. This whole intersection right here serves to slow the traffic and really encapsulates the Complete Streets project that we adopted 2 years ago. We have the start of a bike lane here, and we've narrowed the road to slow traffic and actually shorten the crossing distance for pedestrians so they can come to this center point here, wait for a chance in the traffic to make it across to the metro, and that really improves pedestrian safety.
Absolutely, and we call this a pedestrian refuge. I think we need to change some of our terminology and maybe change the focus to the car slowing down or something like that. But this is an excellent example of what we are doing in the city on the engineering side of pedestrian safety. One last thing I'd like to mention that is an emerging concept in pedestrian safety is with the aging of our population, and that's happening here in Rockville and Montgomery County as well. We need to have particular focus on pedestrian safety because it's more of a safety issue to older Americans. As people slow down, they need better ways to cross streets and more time to cross streets. Matt, thank you again for joining us. Why don't we continue walking from our pedestrian refuge and take advantage of your great pedestrian crossing?
Thank you.
We want to remind residents about a couple upcoming events happening this summer. The annual National Night Out event is happening on August 2nd. This is when neighborhoods host block parties to promote stronger police and community relationships. For more information about National Night Out in Rockville, call Corporal Ken Matney at 240-314-8922 or email him at kmatney@rockvillemd.gov. And finally, one programming note we wanted to let you know about at Rockville 11. All during the summer, the new Mayor and Council Roundtable show, 111 Maryland Avenue, will be airing live on Fridays at 6:30. Hosted by Susan Kennedy, the show features lively debate between two members of your mayor and council. Be sure to tune in or watch on demand at the city's website at rockvillemd.gov. Well, that's it for this edition of Rockville's 11. I'm your host, Bridget Breuer. On behalf of the whole team here, we hope you enjoy your summer, and we'll see you next time.